All right, folks, we are live for a special Friday evening live stream on the channel. Thanks for coming by. I already see some folks in the chat room. We have two very special guests. We got to talk a few weeks back, and the time just went by way too quickly, and I knew instantly that we needed to bring both of them back because there was plenty more to talk about. We have both Prepping with Sarge, and we have the Digital Prepper with us. Both welcome, fellas, to the live stream.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hello.
Yeah, so if you're not already following them, you stop. Let's take a moment of silence. Let's get over there to their channels. The links are in the description box. Subscribe to both Prepping with Sarge, and then also subscribe to the Digital Prepper. I have the links in the description. You're going to have awesome preparedness content. That's going to be it's pure prepping content. It's not although we need to talk into whatever this is, the what the heck, because I don't know if that's cat food or what it is, but for the most part, you're going to find prepping content over there on all different forms. You could also follow them on Twitter and on Instagram and the OnlyFans. Who knows? They're going to be over there, so you're going to find them. But make sure that you follow them definitely on their YouTube channel. So, let me highlight. We were already noticing as we're backstage getting a wardrobe and makeup going. We are noticing all the chats coming in. Looks like the tattooed Ronin's there. Welcome. Here from Prepping with Sarge, we got some of the Sarge folks here. There we go. Sarge is super popular. And we have one of the most burning question of the week is what's your favorite kind of cheese? So we definitely need to dive into some of those. And people are already expressing what they think. So,
all right.
Well, how was your week? How's prepping going for you? What's the latest?
You want to go first, Digital Prepper?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've been, pretty well lately. We've just been playing around with the freeze dryer lately. Kind of making like little homemade MREs and stuff, and we're trying to get our monies back from it by because those things are expensive. So we're just trying to keep it running to make what we can.
Are you going to show some videos on that? I think that'd be kind of cool.
I might think about it now that you mention it.
For those of you that are unfamiliar with the Digital Prepper, and hopefully by the end of this broadcast that you'll be very familiar with the Digital Prepper, you cannot see the Digital Prepper. Most people that are tech focused, they don't want to be shown on YouTube for facial recognition and all sorts of stuff. So we just assume that the Digital Prepper, we don't know where he is or what he looks like, or if it's a he, we don't know. But we have good content, that's for sure. So so if you're wondering, the camera is not broken. So.
I kind of assumed that Digital Prepper was like the secret leader of Anonymous.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking Digital Prepper is like some kind of AI that we don't. It's some advanced AI that we don't.
I cannot confirm nor deny any of these.
Okay, we'll let the folks talk amongst themselves in the chat room on it. Really quick before we get into prepping topics, what's your favorite kind of cheese? That's the burning question right now from Communism Super Hot.
Oh boy, I'd honestly probably say Kobe Jack.
I know when I go to Subway, I get pepper jack all the time, but if I had to pick, I don't know. Cheddar is what I use the most. If I go to a sandwich place, I'm going to get pepper jack. I like Gouda cheese a lot, I think. So I'm going to go Gouda.
I got to go Asiago on that one. Yeah, it's got that like nacho-y saltiness.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
I'm going to have to freeze dry some cheese.
Just don't cut the cheese. Don't cut the cheese. No, you can cut the cheese on the live stream if you want. So, all right, folks. So if you guys have prepping, this is going to be totally unscripted. We have nothing planned. So we're just going to talk prepping, and we'll talk various topics. We have we're going to be looking at each other's channels. We're going to dive into this what the question mark over for Prepping with Sarge, because it's obviously resonating with the YouTube audience, and we need to get down into the business for that one. But if you have questions, if you really want us to answer the questions, put them like in all caps so we can notice it in the chat room. So, because sometimes the chat room goes flying by and it's hard to really pick up where all the little things are. And it looks like we have Bernie here behind the scenes. Bernie is going to be keeping control of everyone to make sure there's no it's keeping the comment section fairly clean. So, but we have a nice friendly audience here, so that'll be cool.
It's always good to have a bouncer, though.
Yeah. Also, Bernie, do you want to come say hi really quick? Bernie, how's it going?
Hey, so I got good news and bad news. First,
What's that?
The good news is I'm here. Sorry, I'm late. Bad news is you only got me for like 30 minutes because I got to take my son to soccer.
That's more important.
So all the bad stuff needs to happen like in the first half hour, and then all the good stuff after. So you're good.
Okay, so if you're if you're prepping with Sarge Troll, you just stay here for the first 30 minutes. Okay. All right. Thanks, Bernie. All right.
Hey, have a great show.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this past week, I mostly for prepping got my garden going, which this when I was actually looking back at past posts from different social media, and it seems like it's always this week for me, so I'm on the right timeline. This weekend I got to I've bought another peach tree. I got to get that in the ground. So just food self-sufficiency stuff. Obviously with inflation and everything like that, we're definitely, my wife and I are taking a lot of looks at spending and trying to make some hard decisions there. We're not in any kind of bad shape or anything like that, but like everybody else, probably starting to think like, what corners can I cut off? How can we tighten the belts a little bit here and there just to kind of make sure it doesn't hit us too hard?
Yeah, it's definitely like a gardening season for us too. We're gearing up for it. I have to clean up some old. We do a lot of container gardening, and my wife's she's not impressed with my skills, so she's taken over a few of our the things that we're growing. But I try to. I've been inspired by the movie The Martian, and I mean Matt Damon lived off of potatoes for a lot of souls while on Mars, and so I'm gonna get these potatoes right one of these years. But I keep getting these dinky little potatoes, and my wife thinks she's gonna do it better this year. So, but we'll see what happens. So
actually finished that book. That book was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't read the book. I just seen the movie.
Yeah, the book is actually pretty good.
Cool.
I'll check it out. Yeah, so I switched back to sweet potatoes this year. I've had more luck with sweet potatoes in the past than regular potatoes.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I keep trying different kinds to see which one actually works the best for us. Actually, last year there was one container that I had. I didn't harvest it. I just left it there, and now there's new stuff growing in it. So I'm curious on what
you might have giant potatoes in there.
Maybe I have some giant potatoes now. I don't know. So we'll see.
Did you ever see the video I had of the giant radish that I left a radish plant in my garden for over a year, and when I pulled it out, it was like a 2.5 pound radish.
Nice. Did it taste good? Because my radishes have been so nasty.
You don't want to. You don't want to eat it if it's that big. It'll be nasty. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I love radishes, but the ones I had were so spicy and intense. It was just like I couldn't touch it. So
yeah, they're a little hot. Yeah, but we can pull that video up later on tonight too.
Yeah. So let's find that one because
it's way back. You're probably gonna have to use the search bar. Just search radishes.
Okay, I will. Cool. Looks like folks are coming on board. Pony Girl, what's going on? Yeah, I'm not familiar with Sarge. So yeah, Pony Girl, go subscribe to Sarge and go check out the 2 pound radish. That's as your first assignment for
2.5 pound radish.
Looks like this is Ghost like in all our resources. Cool. And the Apex Prepper has confirmed that The Martian is both a good book and a good movie. So, are you going to do anything new for your gardening this year for your prepper garden? So.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm having the 2 new things that I've been working on is trying to get strawberries and asparagus going. Some of my asparagus came back and some of it didn't. So I'm not really sure what happened there. But not really anything too new. I mean, I've grown both of those before. Well, I've grown strawberries before. Yep, there it is, the top one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at the size of that thing.
I don't know. Can you hear the audio?
It's not coming through.
No.
Okay, cool. There's this. This is the radish here.
This is the radish. That's one of them. The other one. Right.
Jeez, that sucker is huge.
Yeah, that's what happens when you leave it in the ground for a full year.
Okay, so maybe. Yeah, so you're saying don't eat it because it doesn't taste good.
No, you wouldn't want to eat it. It's once they get too big, they're like really woody and just not good. Yeah, there's the other one right next to it.
Okay.
Crazy. I'll put the link in the chat room for the folks that want to watch it in full. So, well, maybe I'll get some humongous potatoes this year because
that's what I'm wondering.
So, yeah. Well, I'll keep you posted on it. So
okay.
Looks like people are sharing their radish stories and stuff.
Funny enough,
Yeah.
I'm actually planning on because like we just got our fence wrapped around our house, so we just got a fence built, and we have to like get rid of a lot of firewood, before they could like build that, and we still had some left over. So what we're gonna actually try and do this year is kind of uh I forgot, there was like a YouTuber that did that, and he like buried the logs underneath their garden, and it's supposed to like release nutrients and stuff while the logs decay, so that it gives the ground like more nutrients and such. So we'll try that out.
Hugel culture. That's what that's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a German word. I don't know how it translates to, but yeah, it also should help with like if you get a drought. That actually helps when it rains. That log, the wood in there will soak up some of the water and then slowly release it back into the soil.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
I've been seeing that trick used in a few different gardening type things. So I'm focusing on the potatoes again because I'm going to get it right, and I have a little radish garden too. But my wife has she took over the tomatoes from me because she thought she wasn't impressed with my skills last year, and then we're doing some. My kids are addicted to snap peas; they love them. So we're going big on snap peas this year. But
oh, nice.
But we have some other miscellaneous. We always have our herb garden that we like. We're giving up on. I'm giving up on cilantro though. I'm done with cilantro. I can't. We can't get it to grow. Like the only thing we can. It's just like it's pathetic. So I think we've shifted our focus over to like basil. I think and some of the other ones that do a little better for us. So.
Yeah. Do you grow oregano?
We do, but we don't use it. We find that we use the basil all the time because when you have fresh tomatoes with basil and balsamic vinegar, it's it's awesome.
It's so good.
And the tomatoes are just like they taste so good. Like the ones, it makes me question like the stuff that we get in the grocery stores because
there's been a lot of stuff on that the reason why your store-bought tomatoes taste so lacking in like nutrients and vitamins is because the soil is so depleted. Like especially if it came from I'm not going to name any of the big farms, right? But if it came from a really big farm, because I don't want you to get sued, Urban Prepper.
Yeah, no.
Some of these companies are very litigious.
Sarge's views do not reflect the views of the channel.
Right. This is
controversial
for purposes only. Is
that why most like grocery store tomatoes taste pretty awful?
Yeah, and if you can't grow, like for the viewers out there, if you don't have space to grow tomatoes or it's just not an option for you, find out where your farmers markets are because the local farmers are going to have good tasting tomatoes too.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like we have a few different folks who are saying hi. Yeah, Apex Rubber. Yeah, Mom's pissed at my tomatoes. She was pissed at my tomatoes for sure. So I thought they were good. We got good to see you, Cascadia Dispatch. Make sure you follow us on Wednesday nights. We have Prep Talk Live with Cascadia Dispatch. So it's good. Awesome. And yeah, we are looking pretty good today. We went through a wardrobe of makeup, so it's so we're looking pretty good. Especially Digital Prepper has
my USB on straight.
Yeah, your USB. You have your nice USB today. So.
I did see a question about insects.
I saw that too. Here we go. That's from the Apex Prepper. So here we go. Are you guys planning anything to help prevent pest insects from entering your home? Mint, is there a good digital electrical for insects invading home preps?
So your garden herbs generally are going to be pretty good at that kind of stuff, like rosemary and I don't grow lemongrass. I heard that lemongrass is kind of good for that too.
No, cinnamon's good for it too.
Okay. If you have those, I forget what they're called. We had them in Kentucky when I lived in Kentucky. There's like a hedge apples. There's another name for them, but and they have like an orange smell to them. You can't eat them. They're not edible to humans, but they smell like oranges. Supposedly those repel spiders. Some people say they repel spiders. But if I had to, like if I couldn't, if I needed to control pests in the house, I probably would go with my rosemary. I grow a lot of rosemary. But it's not really so much of an issue now. But that stuff also should help in the garden if you kind of plant your herbs, like basil should do some of that too. around your other plants. So if you kind of interplant your basil in between tomatoes and that kind of stuff, it's supposedly helps.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know.
I,
Sorry.
I was going to say, I will say on the quote digital electrical side, any of those like things that you see, like those ultrasonic plug-in things that are supposed to repel insects and such. All those are scams, so don't buy any of those. I mean, the only thing that I would get because they actually work are the what do you call those things? The like those lights, the lamps for flies and such, the mosquitoes. Those actually
the
work.
zappers, yeah.
Yeah, those.
A lot of bugs have lost their lives through those zappers. That's right. Have you seen the shotgun with the salt shotgun that you?
Yes, I have one.
Yeah, that's totally a prepper item that I think most preppers should get for sure. So you have one. How does it do for you, digital prepper?
I mean, if you got good aim, there's no flying insects.
Yeah.
Goodbye, wasps.
Yeah, I don't have any electrical gear for insects, but we used to have a spider problem at our house, and it freaks the kids out. So we have like a regular service that comes and takes care of them for us, and including the rodents and stuff. But I also have my little rodent kit. I have a module for my rodent killing supplies, and in the past I've taken out my fair share of rats that have gotten in. So, but yeah, we have it under control. So but if we're talking off grid, then yeah, I think there's a lot of good gardening channels and stuff that have good ideas for stuff that you could use, that natural stuff. So
yeah,
cool.
I was reading some of the comments. Sorry.
Yeah, there's some good comments coming in. Okay, and you're a little bit late, but that's okay. We still have Bernie here so Bernie will be watching you. So Bernie's keeping your eye on you.
Had a good question there.
Which one?
Queen Anne 94.
Yeah, so this one. Do either of you have experience with Blue Eddy generator? Would love your feedback. I do not have experience with that one.
So both Digital Prepper and I have tested the same model of another solar generator called Ocmotech.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have similar feelings about it. It does great for small things, right? So like your laptop, your tablet, you could run fans off of it. You could charge up your phone many, many, many times. Rechargeable batteries can be charged off of it. What it can't do, and I'm not going to speak for Digital Prepper here, I'll let him jump in. What it can't do is run your window unit AC. So those are the solar panels that you can get with it too.
So I should find a different video then. Okay, one second.
But if you look up Ocmo, it should come up. It wasn't too long ago.
There's that one. There's a short. Is it the short?
Yeah, go back a little bit further.
We're gonna get it.
It's got Baofangs on the thumbnail. I know that.
Oh
there
wait,
go back up. Go back up. Right in the middle there.
Prepper power.
Yeah.
There we go. Boom.
Yeah. So that's the Ocmotech. You can't run a window unit AC off of it. You can't run a space heater off of it for very long.
Nope.
Digital Prepper, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I've tried it on a 5 cubic foot deep freezer. It worked. It worked pretty well. It worked really well from my testing. I think it might be able to run my bigger deep freezer and maybe the fridge, just because it's kind of a newer model, so they're more kind of energy efficient and such. But no, I mean it works pretty well for what it does. And it's only like $700. So, compared to like Blue Yeti, I know theirs are like, I want to say minimum of like $1,200 or something like that. So, it all depends on what you want. Because I know Blue Yeti, they have more features, more capacity, more everything. So,
yeah, and I also tested mine on my chest freezer as well, and it worked great. My estimate was that it would probably be able to do that for a couple days.
Yep.
See, some people are talking about the electronic deterrents for that. Tobacco helps repel them. It looks like Apex Preppers is happy that it's a scam. Thanks for confirming. Jamie, a small army of frogs. Yeah, we need I I think more preppers need to have some army of frogs in their supplies for sure. So. Cool. Let's see, scorpions in the desert. Yeah, no, our scorpions. I have whenever I don't know if you guys have like the UV lights. I think those help out find scorpions. I thought, right? Is that?
Yeah, they do.
Cool. Here's another one this is from Lisa Marie. It looks like scared. Let me switch back to full view. Okay, here we go. Scared to grow because so many rats, mice in the city. One dog will kill them, but she can't be everywhere. Any suggestions? An army of dogs. No, I
don't. Are we talking about like the big city rats, like that? Because you could get like a small have a heart trap for that kind of stuff. If it's the smaller ones, I'm not sure. I guess like those wrap snap traps would be an option.
Yeah, I guess I imagine that Lisa's maybe growing it on like an apartment type patio or something like that. And we used to live in a place like that, and that was a problem for us too. Maybe some kind of hanging, going with more of a hanging pot solution might be something that might work. But yeah, that's going to be a trickier one, I think so.
Yeah.
If it's a huge problem with big monster rats like the ROUSs from Princess Bride, but
yeah,
not to like like plug other channels, but like
yeah, we don't do that.
I know if you look up mouse traps on YouTube, there's like a real popular guy who that's all he does is mouse traps and rat traps and such. And I mean that's Sean Woods.
Sean, there it is.
Yeah, he has like because he does like bucket traps and such, and
1.66 million subscribers for mouse traps. Man, we're in the wrong business, guys.
Yeah,
this prepping thing is overrated because
good for him. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Look, that one has 8 million views.
Yep.
Look at all this. Oh, I gotta subscribe. Just and I'll click on the notification button.
Nice.
Oh, okay, there we go. Look at this.
He's gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, "I just gained like 1,000 subscribers."
I don't think he'll notice because he has 1.66 million. He's already.
He's not counting his subscribers anymore.
Yeah, well, and look at affiliate store too, so you could. Cool. You could buy his dead rats from him. No. Okay, here. Stuff them. I'm putting a link to
taxidermy.
Yeah, taxidermy. That's what word I was looking for. All right, link has been added to the chat room. That's a good find. Thanks, Digital Prepper, on that one.
Yeah,
so I'm looking forward to watching dead rats and stuff. So it's
Does he have a recipe on there too?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that would be full prepper. Yeah, when you have a rat recipe, that's full prepper. Yeah. Or I guess if you do pressure canning of Okay, let's see. I'll check out the Osmo. Yeah, okay, thank you. Cool. We're great. I've got Carrie here. Hey, Carrie. Good to see you. I hear frog legs taste like chicken. Yeah, I think they do actually. They're. This is a question. This is an answer from Pony Girl. Pony Girl is awesome with awesome questions. I used to have roof rat problems and screened my plants. Now my feral cats keep them under control. Good luck. Cool.
Nice.
What's this, landmines? What's going on here? Look at I guess that you could do that if you want to go the extreme, but we don't condone that activity on this channel. But rodent target practice there. Yeah,
I mean they are pretty smart though. They won't come back if they see that other ones are not around anymore.
Yeah,
really.
If you send a message, send a strong message. We've had problems where like they'll set off a trap. They'll have like a sacrificial rat that sets off the trap, and then they'll pee on it, and then that gives a warning to them. Oh, don't mess around like with this. They're pretty smart. What in the past we've had pest control people say, "Oh, we'll put the peanut butter on the traps, and you'll get them." But these rats that we had some smart rats like from Splinter from Ninja Turtles or something, but they were like activating them, getting out of the way, and then eating all the peanut butter off. And they were pretty smart, these guys. Or and so what I eventually did is I did a half cooked bacon, because everyone likes bacon for the most part, and then I used a picture frame wire to wrap it around there, so they had to yank on it and I was batting 1,000. I got every single. They all fell for it. So I outsmarted those pesky rats. But
I know
hope
one
I
of the I know like one of the great ways to deal with rats, just because they're so smart, is you take the trap and you put like the bait on it, but you deactivate the trap, and you do that for like a couple days, and you get like all the rats like coming around it, and then once they're comfortable with it, then you activate it and you catch all of them.
Gotcha.
See, this is why we have no agenda for these live streams, because we go into places that we did not.
We're going to a very dark place now.
Yeah. I think Apex Pepper said that we're going dark already. So we're 25 minutes into the stream and it's gone dark. So okay.
Well, now you know what was in that thumbnail that you showed earlier.
Yeah. So we need to talk about that for sure. I think I'm caught up on the chat rooms. I don't know what. Remember
Right,
Ben? Yeah, I do remember Ben. Yeah, rats are very smart, that's for sure. Well, let's talk about that, because this is kind of the burning question in the preparedness community lately. It seems like it's something that everyone is asking themselves, and that is, what is that thing in your thumbnail, Prepping with Sarge? Let me see if I can find it. I think we're going to have to watch the video.
Before we do that, let's see if anybody can guess it before I tell them. So people that haven't watched it yet, the second thumbnail in.
There it is. Cool. So when I saw it, because I still need to watch the video because I'm behind on my video watching, but I saw the thumbnail. I'm like, what? I thought it was cat food, like a canned cat food or something like that. But the thumbnail is epic because it just screams. You got to click that to find out what's going on. But can you tell us what's going on here, Prepping with Sarge?
All right. So that is a video about canned bread, which is a real thing. And people, what's funny is if you go in the comments of that, anyone who grew up near Massachusetts has seen that before. It's very common in Massachusetts. I think the company that cans it might be in Massachusetts, but anybody like outside of there, there's a pretty good chance they haven't seen it before. So it's canned bread from, I think the company's B&M, and the best way to enjoy it, in my opinion, is with Franks and beans, that's what I'm doing in this video. But you can also like put cream cheese on it. You can toast it. Somebody else in the comments had said with chili is also a great way to enjoy it. It's got a molasses flavor to it. So if you can imagine like a molasses bread, that's basically what it tastes like. And yeah, pretty good prep to have around. I know it looks not appetizing when you see it in the thumbnail, but it actually tastes really good. And if you forward a little bit here, I kind of show you what a slice looks like.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I was struggling with the can. I completely forgot.
Look at that. That's that's some prepper bread for sure. Like I know that
prepper bread.
A lot of us preppers, we like doing like the making our own bread, but no, let's do the canned.
This is like Fallout 4 bread.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Actually,
it tastes awesome. It tastes really good.
Little butter on that. No, I heard there's a sale on butter too. Is the
yes,
true?
Yes.
What's the detail with the butter? Where do we find our butter now?
So my wife is a baker, and is for anybody who likes to do baking or just likes butter, that the price on butter has been through the roof. She wanted me to tell everybody in the audience today, get it while you can at Aldi's. Aldi's has a big sale on butter right now. So if you have an Aldi's near you, go on and grab it. She stocked up as much as we can possibly stock in our freezer. But so I was thinking about this bread video for a second. So you were known for a while as the Altoids Tin Survival King, right?
That's how I made my channel.
That's what lifted you up.
Yes.
And then Canadian Prepper was known as the toilet
paper.
Man.
Yeah.
So I want to be known as the canned bread man.
Well, look at that meal. It looks awesome, I think.
Oh, it was so good, man.
I hope that this really catches on. Again, I've included a link in the chat room, so you guys, make sure you go watch that video. If you haven't already subscribed, you got to subscribe. And by the way, I love it when you wear that beanie, that hat, Sarge, because it reminds me of Jesse the Body Ventura from the movie Predator. What that's I think that's what you are.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll tell you what. If we get 50,000 subscribers tonight, I will change my channel name to the Canned Bread Man.
Yeah, well, you might want to consider just having a series of canned bread videos come out, because it seems like people like it. And I think people are talking about Digital with Sarge, diabolical plan for killing the rats. So I think they're still talking
Oh,
about
there's
that.
Pilgrim. We haven't seen him lately. How you doing,
Pil-
brother?
That's a pretty awesome avatar too that he got there.
Yeah, we got to get Pilgrim. We got to get you back on a live stream as well.
Yep.
Refried beans, digital prepper. Let's see. I'm catching up on some stuff. Canned bread, brown bread, good stuff. You'd be surprised. Yeah, I'm gonna this weekend. I'm gonna go get some Sarge. I'm gonna try it out, and I don't. Yeah, I guess I got to do beans and franks too, right? That's
the best way to do it.
Cool. Let's see. I'm catching up on the chat room because we got to go to. We got to talk some digital stuff. We got the digital prepper here. Let's see. I heard that bread is delicious, toasted with butter. That's what I was thinking too. So. Very cool. Okay, I'm almost caught up. Here. Let's see. Brown and raisin. I remember my mom used to buy like some canned bread with raisins in it. I have a vague memory of that. Let's see. Catching up. We got Robert here. Good to see you, Robert. Like I said, Birdie's. Okay. All right, Bernie. Bernie has to head out. So we're on our own, fellas. All right. Thank you, Bernie. Good seeing you.
Guys, have a great night.
Tell your son that Prepping with Sarge, Digital Prepper, and the Urban Prepper all wish him luck in the soccer match for tonight.
I will. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Cool.
All right, everybody behave. Be nice to each other.
All right.
See ya. Bye.
Bye. We are accepting new applicants for moderators for the chat room. So if you would like to be a moderator, please. I think I'm going to make Pony Girl one. I think if I can. I'll try to do that. So is that canned bread in a regular grocery store or a specialty store?
So it's hard to find unless you're up in the Northeast. I will tell people I put a link to it in the description for Amazon, but it's very, very pricey on Amazon. So before I mean, as much as I would love the affiliate money, sure, you can do that if you want to do that. But if you before you do that, I would encourage you, kind of check your stores. And I think I usually find it if I can find it, I usually find it like near Chili and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I've seen it too. So I'm gonna go pick some up this weekend. Everyone that's watching this live stream, go pick up some canned bread. That one that you saw there, the link is in the description box. Yeah, the mods are gone. Yeah, you're all yes, we are. It's gonna get rough, folks.
Bacon does a good job for moderating for me if you need to deputize them.
Yeah, let's. We have Van City Prepper here too. Welcome, Van City Prepper. We've been stalling until you've arrived, but we gladly welcome you over here. So let me, as we're talking, I'm gonna go deputize some people, just like what's that movie? Young Guns. Yeah, kind of like that. So, and it looks like we have Amy Fresh here too. So now, Amy, you came right on time. Don't worry about that. So. Digital Prepper, do I need to delete everything? Because you've been releasing some videos and you're basically saying I gotta cancel the channel. What's going on? We need to know.
So one of my recent videos was about how to delete your digital presence online. Essentially just some steps that you can take to kind of remove yourself from the internet. So I kind of just go over just some tips and tricks that you can use, talking to these digital brokers and excuse me, and getting them to remove your information, closing out social media accounts and all that kind of stuff. I say at the end that it is kind of like a nuclear option, and 90% of the people are probably not going to do that because let's be honest, we kind of need at least an email address for living nowadays. It's good information to have for if you do want to go full. I wouldn't even know the term for it, just full off grid, I guess.
Yeah, I've always been super conscious of. I think we were talking. I forget what I was talking. Was that on Wednesday? But my whole childhood is not documented. There's no videos. I don't even know what I sounded like as a kid. But since starting a prepping channel now, everything my face is there, voice. It's sometimes it could be concerning, and so that's why I try to have multiple phones for different type of accounts. I don't know. Let's see. I have this is my TikTok phone, and then I have like my kind of off the grid de-googled phone. I have a phone specific for certain tasks and stuff, but I'm constantly kind of paranoid about that this privacy and all that kind of things when it comes for digital stuff. So
Yeah.
Urban Prepper, can you link that tech vid? Yeah, let me do that really quick. Sorry. Oh, by the way, I have officially deputized 3 people. So the 3 people are the GD Bacon has been deputized and is to do my job. Congratulations, you are official. We have deputized Pony Girl. Pony Girl, you have been deputized, and I also, who else did I get? I got one other person. Amy Fresh. Amy Fresh has been deputized. Because Amy Fresh is awesome. So welcome to the moderator, the group from the moderator. So let me add this link really quick to this digital prepping video. There you go.
So I have a question for a digital prepper. As somebody with a channel and a digital presence, and mine's it's still pretty small, but I am starting to, and I know you probably are as well. We're getting approached by different companies, and like everybody wants to have us sell something for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are legit. Some of them are legit. And Urban Prepper, you and I remember we talked about this before we went live last time, right?
Yeah.
That there's all kinds of different scams and stuff like that. So for those, I know some of the people in the chat here have channels too. Like, any thoughts, any tips for those of us for like figuring out which ones are legit and which ones are people that are just scamming?
That is a great question, especially for like channels that are getting these kind of like affiliates reaching out to them and stuff. I would say the first thing is like just if an email is sent to you, obviously you're gonna look over the email, you're gonna make sure that it's coming from a reputable source, and even then, I know with Gmail, there's a way to kind of like look at the like some of it, there's a way to look at some of like the kind of like advanced I want to say like features within like who's sending the email, because sometimes they can actually send emails that look like for example, it's coming from Amazon.com, and it'll say like on the to field that it's coming from Amazon.com, but it's not actually coming from Amazon.com if you look a little more deeper into it. I mean, that always works. You can always ask like to actually call them. That I would say if they're kind of like a reputable company, then there should be somebody to call, or there should be like actual people to speak with that aren't just over email, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean it's overall it kind of boils down to just kind of like common sense stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I know that I rarely when I first started the channel, started getting a lot of those requests come in for I try to do all of them, but then there's a lot of different scam stuff, and a lot of I get a ton of emails every day with like, and whenever they call me dear, like hello sweet dear or something like that, it's delete. But nowadays I almost rarely even respond to any of them because I don't trust any. And then also I feel like for integrity purposes that like if I'm doing a video on it, I feel better making it if I bought it myself, and like I'm willing to spend my own money to get something. I just feel like for me, it feels like I feel more comfortable in my skin with it. But
yep, no, I agree
for the most part. But
because even with like the I mean pretty much I I agree with that.
Yeah, and I know that we're talking about a lot of different things. Like we're talking about the text. Yeah, there's a lot more text, scam text that we're getting, and it's tricked like it hasn't tricked me, but it's tricked like parents and stuff like that. They have fallen for some of them. So
Amy looked like she had a question there.
Yeah, let's see. Let's find. There we go. Amy always has great questions, by the way. That's why we deputized Amy. So she's going to be the Doc Holiday of Deputized Group. So, okay, do you have tips for fellow content creators to help protect themselves from having their profiles copied, scammed, content copied?
In terms of content being copied, I'm not 100% sure, like what you might mean by that. Like, I don't know if it's if you mean like they're making a fake account and like just ripping your videos and putting them on that kind of that brand new fake account. I mean, with that, I would like contact YouTube and report their channel and all that kind of stuff. But I know for a lot of the because I know some big channels even they've gotten their whole accounts kind of taken over, and that's mostly due to social engineering. So like you have like some bad actor that reaches out to them acting like for example, they might be acting like their YouTube support or something like that, and they overall they get tricked into clicking a link that they shouldn't have and putting in their information like username, password, all the kinds of stuff that you shouldn't share over the internet. And they take that and they change the passwords and do all that kind of stuff, and it's simple trickery.
Yeah, I've had it happen to me, or especially earlier on with a channel where someone got in and I was able to save it, but they like all the delete videos got deleted all of a sudden, or they got on my Twitter and they put a bunch of adult content on there. So it's I mean, you spend so much time like trying to build like a reputation and like integrity and stuff, and they could instantly get ruined by some bad actor that's like just messing, doing stuff like to screw you over type thing. That's but yeah, and I've had a lot of the PDFs that I put people contact me from some random country. Yeah, I saw all these photos of yours there, and it's in some book, and like so I've had a lot of stuff like that. But and like I didn't see any of that money, so so it's hard to control nowadays. Like I kind of treat, if I put it on YouTube, I come from a software engineering background, I kind of just consider it open source code. So
yeah.
But it's hard I think it's hard to one of the problems I had was people were contacting companies as me, and hey, I want to do a product review of something, and send me free product, and and then the company would reach out, hey, Urban Prepper, where's my review of what this Benchmade knife? I didn't talk to you, like what? And so then I found out that we figured it out. So
we're going to need you to return that Toyota Tundra that we sent you.
Yeah.
And seeing like that, and that's a perfect example of those companies. They weren't even I mean, and it's with a lot of people, a lot of companies. They'll be victims. Sorry, they'll become victims of that social engineering, and they'll get hacked from it. And most of the time, like even with I know I had like one video, like literally just recent. I think it was this latest video that came out, where I was talking about cybersecurity and why we need to kind of be a little more aware and prepared of that type of stuff, because there was an issue last year with the Florida water treatment facility that was quote unquote hacked, and they were like raising dangerous levels of chemicals and stuff in the water. But come to find out, they weren't necessarily hacked. It was one of the employees that worked there. They were messing with stuff. So that's all in that realm of social engineering.
I see a question here from Carrie. This is a question. Sorry if you guys have probably covered this before, but I'm not a tech person. How at risk is North America for grid down cyber attack?
See, that's a good question. I'm I'm honestly not 100% sure of that, because like I said, there wouldn't just be like one attack. There would be multiple various attacks on different different bits of critical infrastructure. So I mean, nobody's gonna like hit a button and then all of a sudden all of the lights in North America are gonna just shut off. They would pinpoint specific places like the Colonial Pipeline, for example. That got shut down for like a week, and gas wasn't moving. Gas prices shot up by like 6 cents, and people were starting to hoard gas. So I mean, I would definitely recommend looking at my latest video about cybersecurity and why we need to prepare for that. That might answer a lot of your questions.
Yes, I am going to put the link in the chat room. So here it comes. And I could have it playing so we could have some eye candy too as we're doing. Yeah, I think like targeted attacks is definitely a possibility. I'm more concerned about targeted cyber attacks than I am of like someone attacking us like physically. That's for sure. But yeah, let me before I lose my train of thought, let me make sure I copy this link. Boom, there you go. All right, Carrie, hopefully that helped. And for those that are interested, the link is there to watch the latest digital prepper video on the cyber attacks on critical infrastructure. Start preparing now. So I can't imagine a lot of like the younger folks that are totally addicted to TikTok and their phones and all this. Like if they didn't have if there was a cyber attack that was totally grid down, like people would lose it. Like especially the folks that don't remember life without it. I think I'd adjust to it. Although I wouldn't be putting out any YouTube videos, I guess. But I know like my kids and stuff, they don't remember life before the internet and without technology and stuff. And I've lived through both, like where no one had cell phones, and then we had pagers, and then we had cell phones, but they didn't have cameras. But now, I think it'd be a shell shock for a lot of people. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely agree.
This is an important question from Van City Prepper. This is Sarge. What is in your fanny pack?
I knew I was going to check today. I knew it.
That's kind of like an EDC check, but yeah, that's from Van City Prepper.
All right, we got the today I got the CRKT M21. I do switch around knives a lot. I'm a knife guy. I love knives, so I switch around a lot. But today I've got the CRKT M21 and a little mini flashlight. I'm not going to name this company because I don't plug for them because of some issues. But I have a little mini flashlight.
They don't pay me enough to plug them yet.
It's more like some of their flashlights have caught on fire, so I am not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think like it's important for like people that make videos and put content out there that like you don't promote stuff if you don't believe in it, for sure, and especially if it could hurt someone like that. So.
Yep.
This one will not catch on fire. I can say that because it's only a AA battery. But if you want good recommendations on flashlights, I'll do my research and I'll give you some better flashlights. I will do that.
Nice.
So what's in your fanny pack there, Mr. Urban Prepper?
Well, my fanny pack is in my car right now. I have my. Let me put my EDC check banner up really quick. So, okay, what's in your EDC? I have the same EDC that I put in all my videos. So it's I was just looking at what knife I'm using. This is the one by the Ben Banter's knife.
Nice.
But I've been using that. But I think I'm double knifing it today. Like I'm going full prepper. So I also have the Benchmade Bug Out, which is
always a good choice.
You can see it's kind of dirty. I need to clean it up. And then I have
that's well loved.
Yeah, so that's I always hate when you watch videos where something looks totally brand new. Let's say they haven't used it. So and then I have like the different modules in my pockets that have pens and multi-tool. Actually, I'm double multi-tooling it to do. I don't know why I'm doubling it up today, but I am. So, but my fanny pack right now is in the car because we were using it for a camp. We went on a road trip and I had the fanny pack. I was rocking the fanny pack for it because why not?
So for those who didn't see the first episode, I got checked and I had nothing in my pockets last time.
Oh, we can't check Digital Prepper. We're gonna have to just take.
We can do honor system though. What do you have on you right now?
I mean, what I normally keep on me, I normally keep because I have like a whole backpack because I also have a laptop that I put in there. Just because kind of my line of work is information technology. But I also have, like a tactical pen, a rechargeable flashlight, one of those like solar battery banks. I also have one of those fire starters that the like the one that you normally wear, Sarge.
Mm-hmm.
The
Wazoo survival gear.
yeah, one of those. And then like I actually do have some USBs with like various operating systems on them. Just because of the nature of my job, but they come in handy sometimes.
Very good.
Cool. Going through some comments. Altites tins. Yeah, it's on the desk. It's that this is true. It sucks when a prepper is caught without EC.
I was embarrassed. I was really embarrassed.
It's the total worst. Like especially when you're out and about and someone has a camera on you. That's like do you color coordinate those fanny packs? No, I don't color coordinate mine, but I don't know if Sarge does.
No.
Yeah.
But I do like black. Black is always good with everything.
Yeah, so it looks like we have one person that doesn't like our live stream. Let's see. This is Alexander. Make something I could share to people who aren't prepared yet. I couldn't recommend this live stream to anyone. Oh. Well, sorry they feel that way, Sarge. More videos. Stay tuned for more videos. And if you don't like the live streams, you should definitely follow and subscribe to Prepping with Sarge and the Digital Prepper because they have a lot of awesome content out there. And the links are in the description box. So some people don't like live streams, I found. Some people don't like shorts. Some people don't like YouTube videos. It's hard to get something that everyone likes. So I know a lot of the people that follow my channel like the full length, like deep dive videos, but those take me like months to do. So so sometimes you fill it in with like reviews or you do.
Yeah, we're just having fun tonight, kind of messing around.
It's Friday. It's been a long week, and I think all of us have been working, and we just want to talk with like-minded people in the preparedness community. So, I think you'll like some of the other content though. If you give us a chance, Alexander, I think you'll like a lot of the stuff. So, but thanks for dropping by for sure. So, cool. There we go.
So, how about a question for the audience? With food prep being like a big thing right now, right? So, that seems to be like one of the biggest topics: inflation and concerns that like we can't necessarily find what we like. I talked about this in a couple of my videos. I'm curious what people in the audience are seeing in their area. Like I've never had a time where I couldn't find something that I wanted. I mean, I might not find the brand that I wanted, right? So I talked about like I went to one store and they had milk, but it was like going to expire in 2 days, so I didn't buy the milk. I'm sure that if I went to another store in my city, I could have found milk. I'm sure of it. Or like there's a particular type of granola bar that I like. It seems to, I haven't seen that for over a month. They're just not getting it into my city, but I can find other granola bars, right? Like, so we're not in like a deep situation at this point. I'm just curious if anybody in the audience is seeing anything worse than what I'm seeing. And what are you guys seeing?
Okay, I was looking for active chats there. I don't know if it's like I'm not finding anything, but everything's just a lot more expensive. That's for sure. Especially the meat. The meats, it's kind of crazy. Like it's the thing that's frustrating is that like if you want to eat healthy, like if you're trying to do keto or something like that, all that stuff is expensive. But like if I still want, I could get really cheap junk cereal and I could get candy bars for really cheap, and all the unhealthy stuff I find is still the same price. But like if I want to get chicken, like I'm having a hard time buying like quality chicken that's not like incredibly expensive. So it's a little frustrating, but I haven't seen it where I haven't been able to find a particular item. I know with car vehicles, cars and stuff like that. Like we went to we had our vehicle go to the shop recently to get tuned up on. There was no vehicles there because I guess there's a lot of different reasons for some of the microchips and just shortages. But no shortages from the grocery side for food preps for me. It's just expensive.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll be honest. I'm really hating chicken nowadays just because of how expensive it is. And like I don't know about you guys, but I normally go to Sam's Club where I am, and every time I go to Sam's Club, I cannot find just normal chicken breasts. I can't find any of those. They have like the little like chicken tender like little tiny baby things, and they're like $30 for a 10-pound bag, and I'm
Oh
like,
no.
no, there's no way.
Yeah, we usually go
Oh
with
my God.
The Foster's chicken, and it's like for like 4 chicken breasts, it was like $22 or something. I just couldn't do it. It's
Wow.
but I feel good because like Sutton's Days has encouraged me to do a lot more of canning ugly chicken, like pressure canning ugly chicken. So
Yep.
we kind of stocked up on a lot of like if it was really like we weren't able to get chicken ever again, like we did a decent job as far as improving our stash of ugly chicken at home. So.
Yeah, actually, last year because I was messing around with canning for a couple of years, and we actually wound up figuring out, oh yeah, you can actually can ground beef. So we actually have a bunch of that downstairs too. Funny enough, Janet actually brings up something. What do you guys think about
Yeah,
the
I saw that one.
whole
Yeah,
bird flu?
yeah. I haven't dove into it too much, but yeah, I think that's probably a good point, Janet. There.
Yeah, I think that's probably a big part of why the chicken prices are so high right now. Somebody found Prepper Days actually, where I forget which store he was at, was he found turkey really, really cheap. And he tried to get the alert out on that because that's probably not going to last as people kind of switch around to different proteins. But that was about a week ago. So if people I don't remember which store it was. Sorry, if people want to check that out. It's Prepper Days, DAZE.
Cool. Looks like yeah, chicken $2 a pound for my pantry. Yeah, that's when I bought it, was when it had the yellow tag on it, and I made some of that ugly chicken. So shelf stable milk and late grocery store. Yeah, I've been going with the Costco organic milk has a pretty long shelf life for like not shelf stable milk, but yeah, I haven't noticed on the shelf stable ones, but some of the smaller ones, so the containers. I'm working on canning meat in my freezer so I could stock it. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah. I think one of the things that we did is because for like I'm going to try to get into the practice of this on an annual basis, but like after those holiday meals, like for Thanksgiving in the United States, we have turkey and there's certain staple items that we have for it. And I was worried about, oh, what if I couldn't get this next year? Do I still want to have Thanksgiving? So like I bought this year's turkey last year because turkey technically could last in the freezer for over a year. And so, so that's like a practice that I'm doing now for holiday, buying the holiday stuff for the most part, the main items, a year in advance and freezing if I can. So, and just prepping that way. So prepping for, holiday, shortages, I guess.
Thanks for all the comments there. That answers a lot of my questions. Looks like
There's a lot coming in,
yeah.
So
Appreciate that.
yeah, even sometimes preppers just need to hang out and have some.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we live in like I don't know about for you guys, but like no one in my day-to-day life wants to talk prepping. They don't want to talk about pressure canning chicken or all this digital preps, all this stuff. They don't care about that. So like you're kind of on an island unless you have like-minded people that you could talk to on platforms like this. So it's Sarge and I were talking beforehand how 10 years ago we would have known each other. We wouldn't have had like a lot of similar things. And it's just amazing to have a platform for like-minded people to be chatting and then have folks in the chat room as well to talk about stuff that we're all interested in. So
what skills are you all working on this year? I always try to build some kind of new skill, or like you asked before, like learning, growing something new that I've never grown before or whatever. Are you guys working on anything new for 2022?
I'll let digital go first.
Okay. I mean, I honestly, because we haven't, we actually didn't really like grow anything last year. That is one of the main things that I kind of want to like learn and kind of try and do it right, just because it's something like I have a whole bunch of books and like physical and digital media about gardening and like what plants are good, the pests and all that kind of stuff. But obviously you can have that knowledge and it's great to have that knowledge, but not if you don't really like practice it, then it's it's not like useless just because you still have it, but you should at least try to like do something with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's my goal for this year.
All right. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think it's good. I mean, I think with prepping, like the Mount Rushmore of prepping skills is usually like tactical type stuff. There's like the medical stuff, like the comm stuff, like ham radio stuff, and then there's like the homesteading food, making your own food type thing. And I'm just horrible at. So far, I'm not able to grow things as well as I was hoping to. So I'm constantly trying to get better and better at that. That's been my goal for so I guess I'm trying to get better at both my pressure canning, because I've had a couple bad batches of pressure can where I ruined it, and then year after year a lot of my produce has just been horrible. So I'm trying to get better at that this year. Although I don't know, I feel like the more I know about a certain topic, any topic with regard to prepping, I feel like I realize how little I know about it. So I feel like there's so much that I could probably get better at, except maybe color coordinating stuff. Maybe I should stop with that and focus on some of the other things. So
yeah. So I would encourage people. One of the ones that I learned this year was sprouting. I really would encourage anybody out there that's prepper or small space. They don't have a good area to grow gardening, or if you do. Sprouting is super, super easy. This was the first year that I did it. In 5 days, you will have some food. There's different ways you can do it. I did it in these little canvas bags. You can buy kits online, and I actually recommended in the video that I did about it that you buy enough of those kits for your family. If you're thinking like long-term issues and kind of big time disaster scenarios, the sprouting seeds will stay good for a very long time if you store them correctly. And basically in 5 days, you've got food coming in. Doesn't require sunlight or fancy grow lights or anything like that. Very, very small space required to store all that and to grow it. Tastes pretty good and packed with nutrients. So that was one of the things. I'm also later this year, I'm going to be working with one of those mushroom kits to grow white oyster mushrooms. I just ordered it. It hasn't come in yet.
Oh, nice.
Never done that before. Looking forward to trying that and hopefully succeeding at it. Yeah, I think food, growing your own food, producing your own food, storing food, that seems to be the hotness this year in prepping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Alexander had some once. And Alexander hasn't been a fan so far of the live stream, but I get what you're saying, Alexander, like that there's a lot of new people into. You're saying there's so many new people getting into prepping after everything that's gone on for the past couple of years and some of the stuff going on right now, that there's some topics that we've lost longtime preppers that's we did that back in 2012 or 2011 or something, but there's a lot of new folks coming into the preparedness community. So I think that's a good point there as far as repurposing some of the stuff that's old news for us, but there's a lot of especially a lot of the videos that I found that are popular now. Most, if I look at the analytics, they're not even subscribed to my channel, or it's like new people into the preparedness community. So I think Alexander, that's a valid point as far as preparing for new folks into the preparedness community, because with all the craziness that's gone on, there's definitely people. Hopefully it's helped recruit some new people into preparedness, because we need them, and the more people that are prepared, the better society is, I think.
Yeah, it's actually a good point. Like I even can think of like videos that I've made, like like how to like have more secure passwords, or like other type of stuff that I they were like my first videos, and I know over at least like the past year I've gotten a little better with making videos, and I could probably do a better job and remake that to kind of share. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've been really hesitant to post, because I have a certain strategy for my passwords that I think is good, but I don't want to share. I don't want to share it online, because then people are going to hack me up and put nudie photos on my Twitter or something. I shouldn't have put that video together. So
Ordering another Toyota Tundra.
Yeah, that Toyota Tundra. Like, I'm going to catch that guy that did that. So.
I wonder if he's watching this stream either today, or the person who did that. to
Yeah.
you, like you.
I probably made him a moderator out of who knows.
Bacon,
Because
was
it
that
happened
you
years
with
back.
that?
Yeah, I think that was Bacon that did that to me. He got me. So let's see, a lot of more comments coming in. They're going over here. Let's see. Talking about freeze dryers. I need to get a freeze dryer because I know that they're so like the good ones are so expensive.
I mean, it's realistically the only one. Harvest Right is like literally which I find kind of cool and kind of not cool at the same time, because they have no competition. But I have one, I got it maybe like a month ago, and I've had no issues, and I mean, it's worked out exactly how it should work out. So I think it's a good, what do you call it? A good investment. I know a lot of people, were, I think like I mentioned it, and like some people were like, oh, well, in a grid down scenario, you're not going to be able to use your freeze dryer. But, it's like, it's not for that period of time. It's to prepare preemptively for whenever that time period of SHTF, like comes to be. So, it's all about being proactive instead of, reactive.
Yeah.
Well, I think that when people talk about, oh, that's not going to work in grid down, that's not going to work in grid down. I mean, I think that people tend to drift towards like the worst case scenario, like The
Right.
Walking Dead, which I mean, I hope that doesn't happen. It would be really bad if it happened.
All right, I want to retire.
But even like in countries that have had really bad duress, like really bad problems, a lot of the people that are in those situations have said the grid doesn't go down and stay down. It goes down and then comes back up, and then it goes down and it comes back up, and it's kind of cycles in and out. Because you have to think, like, even in really bad situations, you got hospitals that need power. You've got water treatment plants that need power, right? So like anybody that's existing, no matter how bad the situation, like those are top priorities to keep those systems running, even if minimally, to try to keep that going. So that's more likely. Like if we had situations like we have hurricanes all the time where I'm at, so we've lost power for up to weeks, but it comes back. And in countries like Argentina and Furfowl talked about power. Yeah, power would cycle in and out, but it didn't go down and stay down. So you started to learn to be ready when that power came on. You got done what you needed to get done because you might only have 2 hours or whatever.
Right. And even like I replied to Homestead Engineering. I mean, there are people that, because I would assume that quote, homesteading is like the end all be all to, kind of like the prepper dream is to, like live off the land. You have your big, like, 5-acre garden, and you make your own food. You have cows and chickens and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, some people, they'll have like their whole house powered by solar power. And you have these big systems with these large battery banks that you can run a lot of stuff off of just solar power. Solar, and then they probably have like their little stash of propane and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, with the right equipment, yeah, you can run everything almost off of solar power.
Yeah, I know Morgan was mostly off grid for a while when she was in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Prepper Nurse 1 is mostly off the grid in terms of his own power, right? At least he was at one point. I think that's what he was doing.
Yeah, I like all the stuff that Engineer 775 does for some of the off-grid things, and Full Spectrum Survival, like the Brad and Kelly. I like the Brad and Kelly channel specifically, where they could survive off of all that stuff for a long time. But I agree with what a Digital Prepper said. It's kind of like that's the goal for all of us, I think, is to get to that homesteading where we're able to do all of that. It's hard for some of us, like urban preppers, where we work in urban settings. So Looks like Homestead Engineering is just rocking it, and I could run 80% of my house for years into the future. That's awesome. And is this like a Simon? Is that the game? I used to love that game. That the avatar that he has here. Homesteading Engineering. Please let us know if this is a Simon reference, because if it is, that is awesome. So, let's see. This is a New York outcast. Normally, hospitals run on separate lines. When we've had small blackouts, the people on the line heading to the hospital still have power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Homestead Engineering's videos are great. Let's put a link over there to
check it out. Yeah,
let's do it.
Check it out.
Yeah, let's. Get that.
Yeah, sorry. So Bacon said more when I said Morgan. That's rogue preparedness.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I even had a video talking about EMPs and like what danger they actually pose to to us, because I know you guys have seen the news about the what do you call it, the solar flares that are coming toward Earth, and they're gonna hit Earth, and they're gonna knock out all the power and all that kind of stuff, and they've been saying that for years, and it hasn't happened yet. And I honestly don't feel like that is necessarily going to be too big of an issue down the line,
I kind of agree. Actually, we've had you're right. We've had a numerous in the last, just in 2020. There's been alerts like, "Hey, giant solar flare heading right towards Earth. Could cause some problems." It probably did cause some minor problems,
right,
for some systems, but nothing that made the news. Nothing significant.
All right, Homestead Engineering. I just put your channel in the chat room. So, folks, you got to check out Homestead Engineering. Here we go. I got it on the screen here. Mm-hmm. First off, we have an awesome logo with the Simon logo over here, but all prepping related things. It looks like a lot of homesteading type things, and it looks like Homestead is able to run things off grid for quite a while. So,
and there's the freeze dryer off of solar. If you go down a little bit more, there it is on the left.
Let's see this one.
No. One more down.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put that link in. Copy. Yeah. Amy's right. Yeah. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like these videos, or even if you don't like it, smash it anyway, because one of the videos we're going to make one that you're going to like. It might be a canned bread one, but you're going to like it for sure. So you might not like our live streams or our shorts or rants or anything, but you're gonna like one of them for sure. So I just put that video of the freeze dry on solar for you, Homestead Engineering. Yeah.
Randall, you're right. I forgot about that, by the way. Elon's satellites had a problem with one of those solar flares. I forgot about that.
Oh, interesting.
Are we on a first name basis with Elon now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I totally love Elon. He's I call him Papa Elon.
I think we were talking that we should maybe bring up some of the latest with Elon. Do we want to dive into that, Sarge, or is that too controversial? So
I mean, I don't know. I'm a fan of Papa Elon, as I call him, and I tweet at him. I tweet at him all the time, but he never seems to.
He never does. Yeah, he doesn't know who he's.
One of these days he will, I'm sure. But I mean, for those who are paying attention, it's been one of the big stories this week is that last week, I think it was, he bought 9% of Twitter, and then now he was expressing some interest in buying all the remaining shares. And then so there's a lot of controversy. If you're on Twitter, it's kind of fun to follow the people that are really having a hard time with this. They don't want Elon to own Twitter. And then there's the other camp that really likes Elon and thinks that he could do a better job with, modernizing the platform and also improving, how do we want to say this? I guess reducing things like censorship and shadow bans and things like that, which I really do think are a problem. I also, there's a part of me that understands some of that stuff too, like why certain things are not going to be spread around, and some things are going to be taken down by a privately owned platform. I understand that too, but seems like sometimes this is personal opinion, not representative of the Urban Preppers channel. This is Sarge's personal opinion. Sometimes I think it's a little heavy-handed with the censorship on some of these platforms. But I don't know. What do you two think?
Well, I was saying offline that I don't really care what happens, but I find it super entertaining. I like when people freak out about stuff. Like I don't know. For me, it's like it's good entertainment. If he buys it, that's cool. If he doesn't, it doesn't.
It's not going to really change our lives. Yeah.
I don't really like Twitter that much anyway. It's like I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. He's a smart dude, and I mean, I kind of think that I know some people think that it's for certain political reasons, but at the end of the day, it's probably for money. He probably has a good plan going to win either way. So yeah, if he wants to send me some kind of Tesla truck, I'd be pretty happy accepting that too. So
I think you should totally do a product review for the Tesla truck.
Yeah, with an affiliate link on it for sure.
Definitely.
Homestead Engineering, we're blasting your videos on this one. So again, if you haven't subscribed to Homestead Engineering, subscribe to Homestead Engineering. I like all this canned jarred rice. So I have my rice in Mylar bags, but you're going full on glass jars. That's pretty cool.
So how big are those freeze dryers? It looks to me like from the videos that I've seen there, it looks like it's about the size of a small washing machine.
They're not that big. They have 3 sizes. They have a small, they have a medium, and then they have a large. Most people get the medium just because the large one, you actually have to have a special electrical connection in your house in order to plug it in. And the small is honestly, it's not really, in my opinion, it's not really worth it for the amount of money that you're spending on it. So most people get the medium. And I guess to put it into perspective, you can put up to about 10 pounds of whatever food material that you're going to put in it inside of it.
Do you guys do any dehydrating?
Yeah, we do dehydrating. I just nowadays with the freeze dryer, it honestly kind of blows the dehydrator out the water, to be honest. Just because it keeps all the nutrients. It doesn't necessarily it doesn't cook the food like a dehydrator can do. Mm-hmm. It's just it's I want to say it's better in every way, but I mean, obviously there's some issues with having the freeze dryer that you don't really have with the dehydrator. Because honestly, I mean, you could just use the sun as a dehydrator. you can't do that with the freeze dryer.
Have you tried running yours off the Akmo?
No, I have not. That would be. I don't think the one that we have could do that. Just because depending on what you're freeze drying. I know we freeze dried. What did we freeze? I know we freeze dried like some eggs, like raw eggs, and that took, I want to say, like about 26 hours. So yeah, I don't think our little generator is going to be running for that long.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if this helps you out, Digital Prepper, but the Preparedness guy on Instagram he's having fun with his freeze dryer, and he opened up a little business where he's basically selling freeze dried products, and as part of that business, using that to pay for his freeze dryer.
Oh, nice. I've been I know people do that. I just know that there's a lot of other little stuff
regulations.
That you have to, regulations and stuff that you have to get into, and I don't know. I don't really want to get into that.
Stupid regulations ruin everything.
But no, that is something I might think about in the future, though.
Sure.
We have some Pony Girls reminding everyone, and Pony Girls have been newly deputized on this channel. So let's hit the like button, folks. Everyone, please make sure you subscribe to Prepping with Sarge. Subscribe to the Digital Prepper. If you want to subscribe to me too, that'd be nice too. And we've been watching some Homestead Engineering videos as we've been talking to, and those look pretty cool.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, look. Why hasn't Homestead Engineering's videos been in my video suggestions? I'm subbed to so many preppers, but never see. Yeah,
that's a great question, Jamie.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I had not heard of this channel before today either.
Yeah, so let's. I wonder if let me see if Homestead Engineering has an email that's on the about page. Let's see. Cool. I'm gonna check that out as we're talking. But yeah, it looks like good stuff over there. So, Amy had a question. Do you have to condition the freeze dried stuff like you do with the dehydrated stuff?
No, you really don't. It's honestly really simple to use. The only thing that you might want to do, depending on what you're freeze drying, is throwing it in the like your freezer to freeze completely. Just because, like, for example, I kind of wish that we would have did that with the eggs that we did, because they were obviously like spilling all over the place and such. But other than that, no, they make these machines really user friendly. Like, you literally just put the food on the trays, put the trays in the machine, hit the button, and it beeps when it's done, and that's it.
Yeah, when I went over to the City Prepping's house a couple years back, I actually had to crash on his futon because I was traveling in California. He had a really nice freeze dryer, and it was like it's like the size of a washing machine. It was a big honker thing, but he was doing all sorts of cool things with it. So I need to get in that game, because that seems like it's the way to go. So.
Oh man, you've been over to his house? You get to tell us all about it.
Yeah, I will. I was traveling in California, and we've been trying to link up at the time, and so I went over. I didn't realize how much of the drive was going to be, but anyway, it started getting really late, and we just were over there talking, prepping, and we were checking out different setups that he had and stuff. And then it was getting late. I'm like, well, I could go back to my hotel, which was in a different city. And then he's like, oh, just crash in my office. And so I was in his office on the futon, and we were staying up having some wine and stuff. We had some good times. So, and then we did a couple videos the next day, we had a blast. So
that's fun.
Yeah, Amy Fresh is showing that Digital Prepper. Yeah, the link is in the description box for Digital Prepper. Let's see, we have Off the Wall Preppers here. That's an awesome name too. Yeah, a lot of cool. Okay, Amy's plugging all the channels. That's great. And Homestead Engineering, I did send you a link if you want to come and say hi. We're talking. You're amongst friends. So if you want to hop on, I sent you the link to the broadcast. So we'll just have you go through wardrobe and makeup, and we'll bring you on if you want to. If you not, we'll schedule another time so we can talk prepping stuff. That's cool. I'm trying to find out all the questions that are coming as we go. So thank you, Amy Fresh, for promoting our guests for this evening.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. So we talked about Elon, and that went pretty well, and we're all entertained by all that stuff. And let's see, Pony Girl. If you get some rain, you can always collect. That's one of the things I'm setting up a little rain catching thing on a couple of our spouts this year. So that'll be a fun one. So then I'm using it for watering my pathetic potatoes.
If you open up that one that's over a year old and it turns out to be a giant potato, we're gonna need to see it.
I will definitely film it. Sarge and I were talking, like sometimes like there's stuff that we do that I don't necessarily want to make a video about it and film it. Like I just want to enjoy it for myself. But for that one, I definitely will have the camera rolling to see what it is, because who knows, it might be like Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors or something.
A 6-pound potato.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be
because
cool.
I've always been interested in what's it called, guerrilla gardening, I think is what it's called, where you you throw like seed balls into like random spots and it just grows or whatever. So this is one I just kind of I'm like, yeah, I wonder what happens if I just leave that there and don't do anything. I don't even water it, nothing. And now it's like growing. So I'm gonna see if I have a monster potato.
I actually do that all the time. Like because you guys know I like to hike a lot. So like I'll throw an apple out there or some strawberries or whatever. And I don't typically go back and check that spot but figure if nothing else, a raccoon or a squirrel or something's having a pretty good day. They're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, I saw where they have they do some guerrilla gardening with like trees. Like if they've like deforested, they take down the trees and they want to replant them.
Mm-hmm.
They have like these. It's basically guerrilla gardening with like a hand grenade of seeds that they drop down there. But but the problem that they had is all the squirrels were like just eating it up. They're loving it because these seeds were dropping from the sky, and so they had to lace them with ghost peppers, I think. And so they were roasting out all these squirrels and these random.
But the squirrels will replant them. That's that's how it works. It goes through the digestive system and then it fertilizes into the ground.
That's true. It's kind of like it goes through their system. Kind of like the monkey poop coffee, I guess.
Exactly.
I've been wanting to try some of that monkey poop coffee. So if anyone wants to send one to me, I'll try it. Homestead Engineering, appreciate the link. Haven't done a live stream. Okay, not a problem. We're happy to have you here though, for sure. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is from Randall. On the last live, you all mentioned the best powdered eggs. Not sure what brand you mentioned. I think Mountain House, but don't trust my memory.
Mountain House is good. I don't remember that specific segment, but we did talk about like some dehydrated foods and brands and stuff like that. Mountain House's products are really good. Yeah,
the ones that I think are the taste the most accurate, but they don't have as long of a shelf life as what I like is the what's that, Ova Easy is what it is. It's a yellow container and they have about a year shelf life or so. But I think the ones by the company that's been doing some good stuff, I think, is Nutrient Survival. They have some good number 10 cans of eggs and milk. They are like nutrient rich because they started off not as a prepping type of food, long story short. They started off as a nutritional based ones, and then they're like, oh, these preppers seem to like this stuff. So now they're kind of targeting more towards the preparedness community. But check out Nutrient Survival for their eggs. The Mountain House, I like their. They have some like that kind of hashes, or they have like a scrambled eggs with different food in it. I think they're pretty good. But Karen is Nutrient Survival powdered eggs are great. Definitely more money. Yeah, they're more money for sure. They're good too, but.
Yeah, I will say because we were also thinking about like buying and storing powdered eggs before we actually got the freeze dryer. But I will say that eggs are the best thing that you can put in the freeze dryer. I mean, we went to the store and got like 90 eggs for I want to say like $10-12 and freeze dried all of them. So now we just have bags of eggs.
Now, do you have to take them out of the shells? I imagine then.
Yeah, you have to take them out the shell, but at least
you beat the eggs, or
yeah. So what we did, we just took them out the shell, cracked them, put them in a bowl, got like a little hand mixer and just mixed them until they were kind of beaten, and then we poured them on the trays and threw them in the freeze dryer because you can do them raw. But you just, obviously have to be aware that what comes out of the freeze dryer is raw eggs. So it's still, raw. But they have like, after we take them out of the freeze dryer, we put them in a blender just to get it nice and powdered. And then we throw them in the Mylar bags with the oxygen absorbers. And, boom, they're good to go for 20-25 years.
That's awesome.
Cool. That
sounds like the way to go. So.
But like I do understand because even the medium freeze dryer. I mean you can look them up right now. I mean they're like almost like $3,500-4,000. So anything, because I know I saw a comment saying that food preparedness is important. It like especially right now, and I really do think it is, but not for the not for food prepping is important, but please remember financial preparedness.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up again too. And I know we mentioned this a little bit last time. I probably want to touch back on this again. I don't think anybody is as scary as things can seem sometimes. I don't think anybody should go out and blow up their credit card to get a bunch of preps. Work within your budget. work within your budget, set a certain amount each week that you're working on, and just do what you can. If you not done, if somebody's watching this and they're brand new, it's you probably, because I know we all felt this way when we started. You feel like you're behind the curve and you have to catch up. You don't have to catch up. You do it at your own pace. You stay within a budget, be sensible, get a little bit more each week. And then eventually you find that, you've got a month's worth of food, then you've got 2 months worth of food, then you've got 3 months worth of food. And then it starts to get to, well, how much space do I have to store?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking on the site now. They're definitely not cheap. The Harvest Right ones. The medium one is $2,900, and with the oil-free pump, it's $4,300 or $4,400. About the large one's $5,000.
Jeez.
So, I don't know the difference between the oil-free pump and the Premier pump, but I guess it has here.
The Premier pump is it's just an oil pump. So
okay.
And the oil-free pump is just like no maintenance.
Easy to use, no maintenance required.
But honestly, if you look at like any review of debating on whichever one that you're getting, they honestly recommend just getting the pump that it comes with and not worrying about the vacuum or the oil-free one.
There's a photo of the oil-free pump right there.
Jeez, I think it's expensive.
Man. Yeah. And this is like the home ones. It's not even the commercial. Let me check the commercial ones out. Commercial free interest.
Oh yeah, the commercial.
If we want to start our business.
The commercial ones are if you have to ask for the price,
yeah, don't.
You can't
if
afford
you,
it.
Yeah, exactly. If you have to ask, you cannot afford it. So we should call them up on behalf of the stream and like, hey, we're.
I wonder now, because you guys know my wife works in food services. I wonder if I can convince her that this is something she needs for her business.
Yeah, look at those. Those are pretty cool. So I'll put a link to this in the. Let me put a link if you guys have $4,000 or $5,000. You want to donate one to each one of us. We will gladly accept donations for freeze dryers.
And I will mention you in every video that I ever do about it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll put you up on the banner of my homepage and just a photo of you. Thank you, so and so, for the freeze dryer. And yeah, I think we're all So if anyone is looking to make a nice contribution to Prepping with Sarge or the digital prepper or myself, we are accepting freeze dryers for sure.
So
Sarge, question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You first.
No, I was going to ask you. Is there anything like either different or like what are some things that you might be able to recommend in terms of like financial preparedness or anything of that nature?
Yeah, so I definitely like silver and gold as a store of some savings. We talked a little bit about that on the last one, but I also like other investments. I'm a big fan of passive, like blue chip S&P 500 companies that give a passive income through a dividend, right? So if somebody's never heard of this kind of stuff, I'll make it as basic as I can. So certain companies, usually it's companies that have been around for a while, like Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola and things like that. They will give a dividend to shareholders of the stock. So what that means is that based on how they did that quarter and that year, they will send some money back to the shareholders, right? So it's like you're putting this money in a stock that's like a savings account, except that it can go up or down, right? And by the way, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes investing. So you'll get some of that money back, and you can always sell the stock as well, right? So you can, but there is risk, right? So when you buy a Pepsi-Cola, there's a chance it could go up or down. If you buy Disney, there's a chance it could go up or down. And sometimes they go down, sometimes they go way up, and sometimes they go way down. It's part of the risk that you take with it. But I like passive income stocks. I like blue chip companies for their stability. When I say, like a dividend aristocrat, these are companies that have been around for 25 plus years. They've been giving dividends to their shareholders for 25 plus years. And sometimes these companies are increasing that dividend every year as well. You don't need a ton of money to get started. You can use products like, I'm not endorsing any of these, I'm just giving you examples. You can use products like Robinhood or Webull, or if you really want to get beginner on it, Stash is a good place for beginners. Kind of takes a lot of the advanced options off the table for beginners, so you can't, it's harder to make a big mistake. You can set it so that it takes $5 out of your bank account every month, and you could buy, let's say you wanted to buy Tesla, because we were talking about Tesla earlier. You don't have to have I think it was at like 980 today per share. You don't have to have $980. You can buy $5 worth of Tesla. You can buy Google, I think is at, I don't know, like what, 2,500 or something like that. You can buy $5 worth of Google. For the time being, you can buy some Twitter if you want to buy some Twitter. So I like those for digital prepper, and I think have the same mindset. We're preparing for retirement. I'm not preparing for the zombie apocalypse. I'm preparing for retirement. And I have skills along the way that if things got really bad could help me, but I'm hoping for and preparing for retirement. That's one of the ways that I do that. But again, I would say don't go out and buy $10,000 worth of stocks if you don't have that in your budget. Stick with your budget.
Please don't.
Yeah.
we got a super chat, folks. We got a $5 super chat. So law of the minimum. Hello, have an outdoor chicken and indoor quail. I'm thinking to get rid of the chicken. I love as pets for OPSEC in H5N1 times. Your thoughts?
I don't know. I used to raise chickens when I was in Kentucky. I had over 100 at once. The bird flu thing is something that comes and goes. This won't be the last year you hear about it for sure. I don't know. I feel strange giving you advice on that.
Yeah, I'm not Brad would have a good answer to this from Full Spectrum. I say keep the chicken, but that's
I kind of want to know a little bit more info, because like I know like OPSEC, but like do you mean just like so that other people won't look at you and go, oh, he has chickens, I wonder if any of the chickens have bird flu or something like that?
Yeah, I was kind of getting that impression based off of the last statement, the OPSEC and H5N1 times. I know a lot of people that are big fans of having the indoor quail, though. I say keep the chicken, but I don't know. I don't know the details of where you're living. And yeah, law of exactly. That's what he's saying. So. Or he, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I mean, I would probably keep them.
Yeah, is the chicken laying eggs? I mean, you gotta keep. It's chicken's pulling its weight. You might have to. I think you should keep it. So.
Because I know quail is a good source of meat, because they kind of like reproduce really fast.
Dinner is ready. Bye. Okay, Janet. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, have a good dinner, Janet. All right, great. Yeah, I think we're at some point I'm gonna have to go over to. I have to go to Costco because it's Easter weekend, and I'm doing an Easter brunch for the family, and I'm responsible for a couple things over there. So,
oh, nice.
Let's see. Homestead Engineering has some info for chicken info. Check out Carolina Coop's live stream on Friday afternoons. They are great. And some people are saying, let's see, keep them, man. The more people are scared to stop by, the better.
He lives in an urban environment. That's a big piece of information. Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, to our knowledge, I haven't kept up with this, to be honest, but to our knowledge, it hasn't jumped to humans, right?
Not that last time I did research on it, not that I know of.
No, I haven't heard of that.
But I know it's been spreading like wildfire in
birds,
in the bird population, obviously.
Yeah. So I live in an urban environment. Thanks. Yeah, we're kind of in more of the suburbs now. So, and we have some neighbors that have that we do trading and stuff, and they have chickens.
It minimum says it has.
Oh, it has. Oh,
yeah. Can I ask a question? Law of the minimum. Do you remember where you might have read that? I personally would like to follow up on that. I'd be curious about it.
While we're waiting for Law of the Minimum to respond, Amy Fresh has come in with a super chat for a $20 super chat. So thank you, Amy Fresh. You're a moderator, so we should be giving you the $20 for moderating this. But what's your best Costco buy?
Toilet paper.
Yeah, that's a good. It's hard to beat the toilet paper there. I think.
I mean, I don't know, look, but besides the toilet paper, because every time I go to, I'm actually planning on maybe getting a Costco membership, because I already have a Sam's Club one, but it's just nice to have other options. But last time I went to Sam's Club, we got some pineapple, and we freeze dried the pineapple. That was delicious, and then we still had another pineapple that we just ate, and that was delicious. So I love pineapple.
There, the medications like ibuprofen and stuff like that, you can buy those giant bottles at Costco. That's also another kind of outside the box thing to check out that section. You'd be surprised to see some pretty good deals there.
Yeah, he actually would be. I'm sorry.
That's good.
I was just gonna say, like, because I know, like, my wife's allergic to dogs, and like other animal, like dogs and cats and stuff. One of the things that I actually noticed was that going to Sam's Club, they actually had a larger, kind of like generic version of whatever the like allergy pills are on there, and the branded version is like it's like 10 times more expensive, and you don't really even get that many. So yeah, I do agree with Sarge. Definitely go over there and take a look at like generic versions of medication, and you should be able to get like a pretty good deal on that.
Yeah, a lot of people putting their Costco recommendations there. Yeah, I agree with the toilet paper. I like getting the baby wipes there. I think that they're the Kirkland baby wipes are awesome, and I have them in the vehicles for spills and stuff. I have them in each of the closets. They come in handy. I get a lot of tuna fish from Costco. Let me think what else is like, but a good buy.
The spices section is good.
Yeah,
too.
spices is good. Yep. Batteries. Sometimes I find good deals on batteries there.
Yeah. So especially if you ever do keto cycles, like I do keto cycles once or twice a year, and you start getting bored with your proteins and you need ways to flavor them up, I go there and I'm like, okay, taco seasoning. Yep, let's try that with hot dogs. Sure,
Yeah. We have some stuff coming in on the bird stuff. So CDC published a PDF called directly. Okay, we did that. Jamie heard that it could go to humans, but not between humans. Again, we're not providing medical information or anything like that. We're just talking amongst friends. Let's see. Supposedly jump to humans.
I'm going to have to do some reading. I haven't been paying attention to it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Thanks. This is a good topic. Law of the minimum. We're going to have to research it more for sure. Yeah, sorry, just kind of reading out some stuff here. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bacon, if you look around, most people are zombies. Yeah, especially the ones on their phones. Like, there's so many times, because I work in downtown Seattle, so you see so many people just walking around. They're just clueless as to what's going on around them. So yeah, I think maybe that's what they were talking about for zombies originally. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I will say that, like. Like we mentioned before, I would love to be prepared for retirement, not for zombies. But I mean, in case of zombies, like Bacon was just talking about. I mean, I may or may not have some machetes lying around.
Nice. Yeah, I think I used to back in the early days of YouTube. There was a lot of people were making a lot of zombie videos, and I used to not like them. But over the years, if you prepared for zombies, you prepared for a lot of things. So now I'm pro. If you want to prepare for zombies, just do it. You'll probably have a lot of preps for other things that will be more probable, I think. So
prepare for zombies.
That sounds about right. That actually, I think you need to trademark that. That sounds like a good movie.
I love it. Retired zombies. Cool. I'm trying to think. we've gone through a lot of stuff already, and let's see, we're
A
about
really
140.
good campy zombie movie for people who like zombie movies is The Dead Don't Die with Bill Murray and Adam Driver. It is not your typical zombie movie, but it's really fun.
Yeah, I haven't watched any zombie movies for a while. I used to be totally addicted to this for band name. I used to be addicted to play Left 4 Dead on the video game, and that's when I actually had to retire from my gaming because I was too addicted to the zombie video games. But Jamie is just knocking World War Z Florida
Knocking it out of the
edition.
park, Jamie.
Jamie, you're just I think MVP for for zombie comments.
I'm serious. You're going to be getting a call from Hollywood after this one.
Yeah, I love it.
Wait, Pony Girl, which one raised your membership amount? Is that Costco?
I think Costco is what I was getting from that.
Oh no.
Yeah, everyone likes retired zombies. And they're talking about some zombie preps here, it looks like. Wooden stakes, keep some in each hand, cover your bases. Yeah, Pony Girl confirmed. Yeah, Costco raised her rate, so.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And then we're still talking about the bird flu stuff, so. Okay.
Yeah. Jumping back to the financial prepping, and this kind of ties into what we were talking about with the scammers and that kind of online scammers and that kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I would encourage people to be careful with silver and gold on where you're acquiring it from. One of the unfortunately common things that happens on Instagram is you've got a lot of people popping up claiming that they're a silver and gold dealer, and I see at least one person a day in the community posting, "Don't buy from this person, I got scammed." So be very, very careful about that kind of stuff. If you have a local coin shop, that's a good way to go. When I first started, I made the mistake of shopping around to pawn shops and stuff like that, flea markets. Just know what your fair price is, because some of those places are going to charge you more. I'm not saying everyone's going to do that, but some of them will. And then if you want to go absolutely safest way to do it, something like JM Bullion or AppMex are you're going to get what you pay for, and you're going to get pretty much about as fair a price as you're going to find anywhere.
Yeah, I use AppMex, and that's American Precious Metal Exchange, and I have a monthly that comes because for me, I don't own it unless I have it in my hand. So I have a little. It's not a lot, but it's a decent amount that comes monthly. And it's amazing how over a couple of years it just really starts to add up, and you're like, oh, this is cool. So let's see. I think we have a few more questions, and I'm gonna have to. Speaking of Costco, I need to go to Costco because I need to get some Easter supplies. But Pony Girl just reminded me that I have to do that. So we're having a lot of fun talking prep and stuff, though. Question up, I guess that's me. Did you ever get to make a video about water filtration testing? I haven't made a video, but we've done a lot of water filtration testing, and because we have a local, we've been doing it for. Actually, we've been doing it for fish stuff, but and also we have some for our gardening and stuff. We've been testing our water sources. So, but as far as making a video, no, I haven't made the video, but I need to. Thanks for the reminder. So I think that'd be a fun one. So because I think there's a lot of water filtration videos and reviews and stuff, but I don't know if they really test the water, send the water to a place that actually tests for what's in it. I think that'd be a cool video. So,
yeah, I would love to see that. Especially for those. I know one of the top prepper water filtration things are those Berkey water filters.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was about to pull the trigger and go get one of those, but I was looking at other reviews on Amazon and stuff, and they were talking about how it doesn't, the filters don't really do anything. You can test them, they don't really do anything, and I'm like, I would love to have or I would love to see a video of somebody going out and getting some lake water or something and testing it and then putting it in there and testing it afterwards. That'd be awesome.
I think that's a good a lot of minimum. I should. I mean, what if you guys could do the videos too? I've been wanting to for a while because it cost me $40 a pop to get the water tested, like from the lab. It's a local lab. So maybe I don't know how much I want to spend on the video, but it would be cool to have a few different filters and take it to the lab and see what they actually get from it. That'd be pretty interesting, I think. So, and yeah, Pony Girl. So yeah, Tup, you better get to it before Mom gets pissed. Yeah, Pony Girl, you know Pony Girl. So that's true. So. Well, maybe on that note, I mean, I thought we've done a pretty good job on this one. We got to
get a lot of stuff.
A little bit. We weren't rushed. It wasn't my son's birthday, so I didn't get any in. So I think we did pretty good on this one. Someone super chat Berkey and Lab Money stat. Yeah, someone super chat the Berkey and Lab Money, or just send it direct to either Prepping with Sarge or oops, that's the wrong one.
Yeah,
Prepping
I'll do
with
some
Sarge
videos.
Yeah. Any of us will do videos if you donate.
Yeah, I'll slap your name on the side of the Berkey so that every time I do a video, everybody has to see it.
So, folks, I hope that you've been enjoying watching this Friday evening live stream. We've been talking amongst friends about all sorts of things prepping related. We even talked about Elon Musk. We've talked about bird flu. We've talked about you name it. We probably went through it. So, and also pineapples and guerrilla gardening. A lot of topics on this one, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, the best of the best is the camp bread, the canned bread that we have here on this video. So, oops, you can't see it right now. Let's see. There we go. Cool. Again, the links are in the description box. If you enjoyed listening to Prepping with Sarge and you enjoyed listening to the Digital Prepper, make sure you subscribe to their channels. Their links are in the description box of this video. We appreciate all the people that have been watching this live, but if you are watching the rerun, we hope that you enjoyed watching it too. And if it's the year 2025, we hope we're still doing okay.
Not getting attacked by retired zombies.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I see the ATF joined and is smack talking. Sounds boring. I'm glad to see. Yeah, ATF always smack talks my videos, but that's okay. It looks like most people overall really enjoyed this live stream, and so I had a really great time too. So looks like Pony Girl is one of our moderators. She liked it. Law of the Minimum liked it. Amy Fresh liked it. The bread liked it. Everyone seemed to like it. Cool. Fed Up American liked it. I think Alexander didn't like it, and ATF didn't like it, but we're going to get them eventually. They're going to like some of these streams. So
we'll win you over.
Yeah, we're going to win you over time, especially if you get some of that canned bread. Eat the canned bread, and you're going to like our videos a lot more. So, hey, I hope you guys have a good Easter weekend. So,
thank you so much, Cliff.
You as well.
Thank you for coming on the stream and chatting. It's again, I think we were kind of we were talking that we don't in our day-to-day lives we probably don't get to talk about prepping like this with the real people, but we get to talk with here virtually and through these streams and with everyone in the chat room. So I always have a great time talking with fellow preppers. So
yeah, let's do it again, guys. It was a blast. Let's set something up down the road a little bit.
Let's get it going. I think we should just do it more often. And we and the folks that we have deputized, they will remain deputized. Bacon did a great job, I think. Pony Girl was banning people left and right, but we did. and Homestead Engineering, we got to get you set up with your live stream format, so because we'll get you on there too, because your videos are awesome. So
yeah, they look good. I'm gonna check it out.
All right, cool. Well, thanks everyone, and I hope everyone has a great weekend and stay prepped. See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Stay safe, guys.
Yeah.